Okay, I'm being guided for us to do a little process now. I want you to close your eyes and imagine or visualize the part of you, the persona or the aspect of yourself that is in deep states of resistance. So the part of you that constantly seems to fight against your current situations, your current experiences, your current life events, your current relationships. The part of you that exists that just cannot seem to come into an acceptance of what is. No matter how small or how big this part of you is. Just visualize it. Don't overanalyze this with the mind. Just close your eyes and visualize this part of you, this woman or this man standing in front of you now. And just become aware of his or her demeanor. Take a look at the body, what they are wearing perhaps. What is their emotional state like? Are they in a state of irritation, frustration, fear, uncertainty, disharmony? Perhaps they're agitated, anxious. Whatever that is for you, I'll give you a moment to just take in and observe this part of you that is still active within your being. For this process, I'm going to call in your team of guides, the mighty and holy Seraphim, the Elohim, Archangel Michael, a legion of angels of the highest order, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, the collective of ascended masters now to step forward, and those that would best serve in allowing us to shift what needs to be shifted so that we can access a higher timeline, a higher state of consciousness, a more broader, expanded viewpoint of our individual lives. Invoking their presence now to step forward closely for each of us here today, and those of you also that will listen in on the replay going forward. I want you to ask this part of you, this aspect, this persona that stands in front of you now, a question. And the question is, what is your biggest fear? What are you so afraid of? Now, it can be a belief. It can be a very deeply ingrained subconscious belief that you might not have been aware of. Or it can be a belief or a fear that you are consciously aware of. Whatever that is, just listen in. And allow this part of you to give you this answer. What is that fear-based belief or emotion or thought pattern? What is that thing that is keeping you in a state of non-allowance, non-acceptance? That is keeping you in states of resistance, of fight and flight mode, of desperation. It's keeping you from accessing inner peace. Perhaps it could be fear of change, fear of things getting worse, fear of fear, fear of death, fear of losing myself, fear of suffering. If you can't get to the word, allow yourself to just tap into the emotion of it. What is that fear that this part of you is replaying over and over and over? That will not allow you to fully surrender and trust. Is it a fear of being unsupported? Is it a fear that you will not be safe? Is it a belief that you are not safe? That you are not guided? No matter how small or big it is, just allow yourself to become aware of that now. Okay. All right. So what I'm seeing energetically is that the seraphim are stepping forward now. And there's a seraph for each of you here today. Each person will be worked on now energetically in terms of this persona, of this aspect of you that is in resistance, that is in a fear-based frequency, that is in a fight or flight mode. We're going to begin working on these aspects of yourself energetically, not just on an energetic level in terms of releasing the pain and the wounds and the trauma, but the belief that is ingrained within them. And in order to do so, you, beloved, needs to become an active participant in this process. And so I'll ask you now to take the perspective of your higher self. And you do this by saying, become my higher self now. Say it out loud. Become my higher self now. And just feel the shift. Just feel an inner knowing, a higher perspective, a deeper clarity, a sense of strength that was not there before. And as you approach this part of you that is in resistance, you as the higher self now can begin to change and shift this resistance and fear and wound and emotional trauma within this part of you that is fractured. Go ahead, go have a conversation with him or her in front of you now. Find out what it needs or what has caused this belief, what has caused this level of fear, what has caused this resistance. And you might not get to the actual root, but just allow yourself to feel with the heart. And by feeling with the heart, you will then know what it is that you need to give this part of you that it didn't get. Whether it is a sense of safety, whether it is a sense of protection, whether it is the knowing that he or she is divinely guided, that they can trust themselves and they can trust the divine, that the change that is happening and the change that will happen can only bring in more joy and peace and love and happiness once we let go of the fear and once we let go of resistance. And when you realize and come to the point of or when you know what this part of you needs, the divine is offering their help. The seraphim is offering their help. If you need to give them a guardian, or if you need to give them a protector, you can call in any one of these beings of light. You can call in Archangel Michael to play a role in their lives, to be there as an anchor, as a reminder, as a protector, as a nurturer, whatever it is that they needed. Do this now in this sacred space. For what you do and create now in this sacred space will be absolutely permeated throughout the heavens. It will ripple in all dimensions wherever this part of you exists. Go ahead and do this now, and we will then do a full integration. Once you are done, I'm going to be quiet for a moment. All right, beloved. So what I'm seeing for all of you now here today, as I'm seeing this golden ball of light now being placed by the seraph above the head of this persona, or this aspect of you. This golden ball of light shimmering, this diamond, it looks like diamond pieces, diamond stars within it. This ball expands even larger and even wider now, that it almost begins to encompass the body from the head and the shoulders all the way down, encapsulating this part of you. And in this space of golden liquid light, in this ball of light now, any physical, emotional, mental, energetic and spiritual wounding, trauma, beliefs within the subconscious mind, within the physical body, within the energetic chakras, within the mental mind, begins to dissolve. They begin to dissolve as if they were never there. Even the physical parts, and some of you might be able to see where on the physical body these beliefs of fear and resistance were held. I can see some in the back of the neck, the spine, some in the gut area, the intestines, some with not irritable bowel, what is this word that I'm not getting? A leaky gut. I can see some with polycystic ovarian syndrome, or with hormone issues. And for most of you, it's just a lot of subconscious programming in terms of belief systems, in terms of fears, irrational fears, because this is the only way we knew how to operate on a mental level. Clearing this on all levels now, on a multidimensional level, clearing this from the mental, subconscious mind, from the physical body, from every meridian, every chakra, every organ, every light body, every single part of you that exists in every single timeline. right now, clearing this fear-based pattern belief that is causing resistance, that is causing fear, that is causing mistrust and doubt within the self, within the divine, within the world as a whole, not allowing you to fully step forward and accelerate your path as you should, not allowing you to step over the threshold, not allowing you to accept your current situations and events in absolute embrace, knowing that it serves you, has served you, and will serve you. It is okay to let go of these beliefs, of these resistances, of these fears, of not being enough, of not knowing enough, of not embodying enough, of not being where you think you need to be. Yet the divine says that you are exactly where you need to be. And here in this moment right now is where you need to be. This wound, this belief, this trauma that is being released right now, this is where you need to be. Everything has brought you to this point in time now. For you to acknowledge how far you've come, for you to release what could not be released before because you had not allowed the full resistance to fully be released. But even those experiences has served you and has brought you to this moment right now. Oh, I'm feeling my ears become blocked. Okay. Just allowing these frequencies to move through you now. You might feel it on a physical level as well as it releases. It's going to take about 4 days for full integration, but just allowing it to be released now. And I'm going to move directly into a little bit of a clearing process now that we are here. But first, I want to acknowledge that there are ancestors, your loved ones, and the angelic council now who has joined us. There's this deep, deep loving embrace from them. And there's this feeling that they're saying that in those darkest moments, the darkest moments that you've endured, even recently, where you felt so alone, like you didn't know how you were ever going to move forward and get to a better place and a better space. They're saying that they've been by your side every single moment. They have felt what you have felt, and they have been with you on your journey, even though in those moments when you felt alone, you were never truly alone. They are rooting for you. They are in awe of you and what you have gone through and where you have come and how far you have come. So there's this deep, deep gratitude and of love that's coming through right now. And they're going to be assisting with this process today. So taking a deep breath in, beloveds. And as you breathe, just breathe in light. Knowing now that we only exist in eternity, that we have always been and we will always be. Take another deep breath in. And coming into this present moment, here and now, absolutely in the heart space. Getting into a state of no mind. Focus your awareness now on your chest. And go beyond the heart chakra. Go into the inner heart, the inner sanctum, into your sacred cave, where there's absolutely no movement, just stillness. There's only light, your light, which shines so brightly within this cave, within the sanctum, within the space. And this light, you can imagine it as a lotus flower within the heart space. This light in the shape of a lotus rises up now, rises up your chest and go towards your third eye. And then goes into the crown. And what this is doing here now, this is clearing out the organs of the mind so that you can truly see, so that you can only see the absolute truth of every situation. You can only see the beauty and the perfection in everything. The light goes into the left and the right ears as well, clearing any distortions of hearing, of receiving the inner guidance. This light now begins to move even further now, down into the throat, back into the chest, and encompasses slowly the rest of the body, allowing the light to move into all aspects of the body. And it might move into certain parts of the body more so than others, but it's going to be specific to you. And it almost looks like your body is becoming lit with this beautiful bright light, allowing the light to move through your entire body now. And now we begin the healing on a cellular level. Take another deep breath. Bring your awareness now to the left side of your body and allow the feminine and the divine mother to awaken within you, the expression of the feminine. Bring your awareness now to the right side of the body, allowing her to awaken, the expression of the divine masculine now. As the light floats back into the sanctum of the heart, accessing once again the lotus, you feel this absolute stillness. You begin to sense the merging of both masculine and feminine within the heart space. And this allows us to heal all unhealed wounds and trauma with parents and within our childhood growing up. Bringing it to a field or a resonance of unconditional love. I'm just going to move a little bit into particular issues that are arising. And one of them that is coming up is the issue of pain, whether it is emotional, mental, or physical pain. The divine says the light of who you are is much stronger than the perception of dis-ease or of pain. Once again, we're going to clear the digestive system from confusion, conflicts, allowing that to dissipate now. Dissipate into the light, filling up with light every area, every part of you, filling with light. Anything that does not align with this frequency will dissipate, will dissolve. And you just allow and expand into more of the light, attuning yourself to that which you truly are. Allowing sorrow and sadness to be something of the past. Just feeling the sacredness of your heart and knowing that you are able to hold any emotion and cradle it and dissolve it. We are going to deeply move now into your strength, having more mobility and more strength, allowing the adrenals of the kidneys to be stronger, restoring them as well. And any stagnation in the liver, allowing that to clear up now. And just for a moment again, bring your attention to your particular issue. Just any particular issue now that you are experiencing. If it is a physical issue, put your hand where it is on your body and allowing the light to dissolve it now. Whatever layers, whatever densities are there that is ready to be relieved and released, we give it full permission now, knowing that you are taken care of in a very, very profound way, beloved. Hold that feeling of stillness and move into an even more deeper state of stillness now. Just like the light in your heart. And take a deep breath again. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm just going to integrate all the work that we have done now by placing a golden net around each of you to almost keep you in a field of protection, of light, of love,